Namaste. What's up? What's up? What's up? How's everybody doing? Just give me a second here. See what's going on. All right. One moment. Um, okay. Okay. My bad. Hold on. I gotta do something real quick. Sorry about that, people. What's up? All right. Hope y'all are having a good week. It is Wednesday, the day of Mercury. Um, the day of the swift planet. And it's going to take a few minutes of your time. You know, I don't like to talk much. I'm not a big talker, never have been, but a few minutes of your time, some thoughts of mine. Um, Hopefully everybody's doing okay. I just so happen to be walking uh, past my living room, and what I saw um, was give me one moment. The news was on. Let me put it that way. The news was on. It says that violent crime is spiking in major cities across the United States. Yeah, duh. Like, is that a surprise to anybody? Anybody surprised by that? You can't possibly be surprised by that. Give me a second. Everything wants to go slow. All right. You can't. Well, I mean, people still are, but um, you know, when you think about what's going on and then what they're doing in the air, playing tic-tac-toe across the sky, yeah, it's like no wonder there's violent crime spiking across the United States. To me, that's just, to me, it was expected, to be quite honest. It was just very much expected. Again, like I said, I'm not going to take up too much of your time here. All right. So, um, somebody said something to me about 2 days ago uh, about she was interested in going into business for herself, right? So she wanted some tips. She wanted some information about, she was just getting started. She has a kind of an idea. So I was kind of coaching her about it, right? Um, so when I provided her with some information that she could use, she was surprised. She was surprised by me sharing my resources with her. And I'm like, why? What are you surprised about? And she said, because people don't like to give up their information. And I'm like, look, and there seems to be an issue amongst copper colored people. If I share resources with you in business, it doesn't mean that I eat less. Does that make sense? It's not going to hurt me to share my resources. And we shouldn't share resources and act like, be afraid that someone's going to surpass us. And I think that's the issue. People think, if I give them this, they're going to pass me in what I do. That's silly. You know what I mean? That's really, really silly. But it is what it is. But you know, being a business owner for a number of years, of course, I'm sharing resources. If somebody's wanting to do this, absolutely. Greetings, Christine. Greetings. Um, greetings, Amari. Um, again, it doesn't mean I am going to eat less. And I'm fond of saying we can all eat. It's plenty to go around. All right, let me give you an example. There are a couple billion people on YouTube. You know what I mean? Everybody has a niche, a niche. You know what I mean? Okay, no, scratch that example. The metaphysical, God, the metaphysical field, plenty to go around. Everybody has their own way of reading tarot, of casting spells, making candles. There's something for everybody. And everybody's not going to resonate with everybody. Okay. They will search until someone resonates with them. Now, you think about it. There's millions of people looking for assistance in the metaphysical field. Okay. And it's just so much to go around. There's millions of people. So if I share my resources, this doesn't mean I lose something by sharing something with you. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? But her being surprised by it was like, wow. I mean, it is what it is, but we have got to get off of that. You know, we should try and help one another. You should have people in your circle who want to see you do good. Those are the kind of people you should surround yourself with. Exactly. Christine in real life says, I have noticed the same thing. And I get mad because we're supposed to help each other. That's how other people do it. Exactly. Exactly. And this is a younger, this is a younger melanated female who's trying to break into this field. And so I was like, okay, you can try this vendor here. And, you know, I was giving her tips and stuff. And she was like, wow. But I'm like, and I had to explain it to her. What am I losing by helping you? I'm not losing anything, nothing at all. Other races, they help each other. Guess who doesn't? Guess who sees every single person in their field as competition? Guess, take a guess. Take a guess who does that. Just like people who don't like other people's opinion probably won't make good employers. Yes, absolutely. People are very brilliant, and the families I see every day are beautiful. Don't give up, family. Absolutely not. I will never give up. Never, never, never. But I will share my resources with hell. Me and my colleagues, we do share resources, you know. But to see someone trying to break into this field, of course I'm grabbing by the hands, but that's me. You know what I mean? Because I don't see me losing any customers, any clients, any business whatsoever by helping this young lady break into this field. It's you know, my people, my people. What can I say? My people, you know, that's the same thing also. Friendship these days, as the word goes, has a different meaning these days. What do I mean by that? I mean, because of social media, people have a very different definition of what friendship is. And there are a lot of people who feel like if you make me mad, you can't be my friend anymore. I don't get it, because if I call you a friend, obviously I've done my reconnaissance on you. If I call you a friend, you're a friend, and I'll treat you as such. We may disagree at times. That don't mean you're no longer my friend. You see what I'm saying? That doesn't mean that. And if you lose me as a friend, it doesn't mean you gained me as an enemy. And I think a lot of people are going that way these days. All right. It's because social media is, you can unfriend someone so fast. It's like, bam, not my friend anymore. But isn't that kind of childish though? If you actually consider somebody a friend. Now, I'm not saying anything that happened to me directly. I'm just, the things that I see, I observe a lot, right? So, but I do have an example of what happened to me. I was friends with this woman. We was in the same poetry circle, and we've been friends for a long time, right? So, one day I posted a picture of little Kim, what she looked like back then, and then what she looked like now, right? She pops up and say, "That's not little Kim," and blah blah blah. She never likes anything that I post, and I post a lot, but I post mostly memes now for entertainment purposes because that's what people want. Don't nobody listen to anything else. So anyway, um, long story short, um, I'm like, what was your purpose of coming on here just to argue? I mean, she had done it before, and I had noticed it. But anytime I post something about a celebrity, there she is on nothing else, nothing informative, nothing. But if I post something about a celebrity, here she comes. And I'm like, we haven't spoken in years. I said the only time you actually come and say something is when you come in to disagree with something. I said, I don't like people like that in my circle. I don't. I said, let's not continue to be friends like this for the sake of nostalgia, right? What'd she do? Automatically unfriended and blocked me. And I'm like, well, we was going to do that anyway. But what was the purpose of blocking me? I'm not coming to chase you. You know what I mean? I'm not coming to stalk you and look for you like, why you unfriend me? It is what it is. We don't need to be friends. We don't have the same mentality. You see what I'm saying? This is the kind of friendships social media has bred, you know? All right. I've been talking a while. So where am I? Stay up. There's dark forces at work everywhere. Stay true to yourself. What's up, Archangel Brandon? Hello, hey. Always good to see you. I'm working at one to stop in and say hi. Thank you so much for your support. Oh, that's fun. Confucius say, "Man who drop watch in toilet have shitty time." Right. Exactly, Christine. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Christine made a very good point. She says, I have yet to see a homeless Asian person because they help each other. Absolutely, 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 absolutely. I've never seen a homeless Asian person, ever. Have a good day. Congratulations on making the YouTube partner program. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. I'm trying to get to y'all comments. I don't think everyone can be helped, especially those who just want to do it for the money. It has to come from the heart. Absolutely. There's a lot of people getting into this business for the money. There's a lot of people starting YouTube channels for the money. They see money. They don't see anything else. I mean, and like Hello Hey just said, you got to do it from the heart. So that's this business, because you got to be willing to help people. I have taking on the role of a therapist at times. There's a woman who would buy consultations from me just to talk. She just needed somebody to talk to. You know what I mean? Don't sell yourself short. Your memes are funny and thought-provoking at the same time. And you know what? That's exactly what I'm going for. Think big, Star Child. can you please tell me who you are? I have no idea. I've never seen that name before. And you just said my name, so I'm curious. Who are you? But hey, think big, star child. Hello, good to see you. All right. So anyway, yeah, just because I said, back to that other example, just because I said, hey, let's just break it off here. Let's end it right here. And that's exactly what I said to her. I said, let's end it right here. I said, I wish you the best. I said, I just don't think, this is a good fit. She unfriended and blocked me without saying another word. And I was like, all right, we was gonna go that route anyway, but damn, I wished her the best. I was an adult about it. But a lot of people aren't adults about these so-called friendships. I don't know what the hell to call them. I mean, what would you call it? Let's make it normal to say an associate or an acquaintance or an entanglement. You know what I mean? What else did I have for y'all? Okay. So it seems like there are some winter storms going across the country. Okay. I wouldn't wish that winter storm that we had here in Texas on anybody. I really would, So with that being said, make sure that you have cayenne pepper. Okay? Cayenne. All right. It will keep your body warm. And there's a lot of health benefits. I know I've spoken about it before, but it really can help you in a crisis, in a winter storm. And it looked like it's about to happen across the United States. Give me a second. I'm still drinking coffee. Okay, so, all right. Got the, sharing resources. Let's make that normal to help one another. And I don't, it's by design, of course, but still, at this point, we should all fucking know better. We should. At this point, we just should know better. You know what I mean? All right. Last thing. And then like I said, I'm not going to ever take much of your time. Not a big talker, but I got some book recommendations. Surprise, surprise. All right. So, I'm always talking about grimoires, magical books. Wait, before I do that, if you are trying to get into metaphysics, make sure you write down everything. Write down your notes. Notes are so important. I mean, I could look in a notebook that I'm doing currently, go back to a notebook I had 10 years ago, and I'll see my growth just from that. Actually, and that's what I did recently. I saw a notebook I had about 15 years ago, and I'm looking at the rituals that I had written down, and I'm like, wow, I forgot all about this. Ingredients, I forgot about this. And then sometimes I write down dreams, So I am such a stickler for notes. And I think it's so important that I have books. I literally have books. These are conversations that I had with other practitioners. See that? These are other conversations I had. This is a book that I made from a conversation, from conversations that I feel like is important. This is a book in itself. Notes. There's another one. And you can see the avatars. It's because what I did, put them into a Word document, and then I went to Office Depot or Office Max, and then I printed them out. You know what I mean? These are notes. I'm not bullshitting. These are conversations that I've made into notes. into books, And I go back over these conversations all the time. You know what I'm saying? All the time. And I find gym after gym after gym after gym. Look at that. These are all conversations that I've had with other practitioners. And I'm not saying this to impress you. I'm just saying I'm such a stickler for keeping notes and keeping journals. I just think it's important. I think it'll help you out in the long run. Hey, Tawanda, how are you doing? All right. So if you've not heard of Val Cadman, he's a great resource, a co-author. And I think one of his one of his best books that he's written on wealth magic is The Magical Rites of Prosperity. Val Cadman. Okay. What I like about this is that he has quite a few rituals in it. I mean, because unfortunately, we live in a system where it's necessary to have money. You know what I mean? Necessary. So what I like about him, he pulls from several different resources. Okay. The Hindu tradition, because his first ritual is the Lakshmi mantra for financial wealth, right? Also in this book, though, he also uses one of the 99 names of Allah for wealth. See what I mean? Different sources. You should always be open to every source. Remember I said recently, use everything for knowledge. He even has one using a Ouija board. A Ouija board, calling upon your quantum self. That one's really interesting. The hidden names of God. Mother Mary. He even has a book called Mother Mary Magic or something like that. One of the 72 names, creating a dynamic entity for wealth. Wealth Magic from the West. It's a good book. If you are looking to increase money, prosperity, abundance, success, I suggest this, The Magical Rites of Prosperity. Oh, thanks, my boy. The Dark Lord is in the house. Dark Lizard, what's up? Shout out to him. True master in the occult hearts. I appreciate it. I am humble. Thank you. Anna Riva is another author who's no longer with us, but her work lives on, and a lot of her books are used by modern occultists. She has a good one called Spellcraft, Hexcraft, and Witchcraft. Okay. Very thin book, but all meat and potatoes. You know, you got let's see, you got candle magic, candle burning, coffin nails, mojo bags, doll sorcery, graveyard dirt, herbal baths, hex bags, magic mirrors, psalms. Yeah, I'm about to make another video on some psalms again. Ritual baths, soaps, tools of Wicca, wishing bags. This is packed. And the subtitle is A Handbook of Do-It-Yourself Enchantments for Good and Evil. It's Anna Riva. Spellcraft, Hexcraft, and Witchcraft. All right. If you are looking to get into like really demonic magic, like what is termed demonic or just really dark left-hand path stuff, the Book of Mephisto is a good one. It's Asenath Mason. She is, I'm not sure if she's the leader of the Order of Nine Angles, which is located in Poland. But this is Faustian magic. Okay. You ever hear of the tale of the devil and Daniel Webster? If you ever heard of that story, it is Faustian magic or Faustian folklore. Okay. Mephistopheles, which is another name for the devil. All right. Beelzebub, the adversary. Okay. There's some shadow workings in this book. Now, a lot of people do not know this, but shadow working, that's pretty much left-hand path magic. Okay. And y'all know left-hand path magic is for like cursing, hexing. You see what I'm saying? The Book of Mephisto. Pretty unknown book, but you know, pretty good. It's really, really good. Hey, Nina, what is going on? My friend Nina is in here. Okay. All right. There's another book, Left-Hand Path Magic, called the Grand Grimoire. Now, if you Google this book, and again, it's very thin, it's not, it's all meat and potatoes. You are going to be summoning some of the biggest names that can be found in hell in this book. Lucifuge, Satanasia, Bel, Agares, Marbas, those Amun, Barbatos, those are Goetia names. Okay. But Lucifer, Beelzebub, Astaroth. Okay. Their names, their ranks. You got Conjuring Lucifer in this book. Google this book and look at the definition of this book. You're going to think it's like, damn, it'll hurt your eyes just to look into the book. You know what I mean? Because it's some deep shit. Okay. The Grand Grimoire. This is one of those grimoires that is pretty old and still used. Grand Grimoire. Okay. You know her protege, Anna Riva, you're gonna have to put me on to that. Nina, you're gonna have to put me on to that. Seriously. Or her. Or what's my take on Smokeless Fire? That's the djinn. If that's what you're talking about, that's the djinn. Smokeless Fire. That's what the djinn are made of. Okay. Last book, Carl Nagel. Now, we're talking about meat and potatoes, yeah, because this is really fucking small. Okay. But the book is expensive. Look at, there's only a couple pages in this shit. Why am I saying that like that? Like I ain't endorsing it though. 16 pages. All right, this is a Finbar book. Is it Finbar? Starlight, Finbar. They kind of in the same area. Meat and potatoes, the River of Blood spell, the Heart That Beats spell, the Red Witch Lust spell, Disharmony Creating spell, the Knot That Binds spell. You know what? Not magic. That's, yeah, get into that. The Ancient Know the Unknown spell, Lucky Numbers spell, but magic spells for love, love, and lust. Carl Nagel. He's put out so many books, though. That's the Australian occultist, Carl Nagel. Okay. That's all I got for y'all today. Like I said, y'all stay warm because I think more cold winter air is coming our way. Thanks for joining me tonight. Again, this is just a couple suggestions, just a couple thoughts that I had. And I will see y'all next time. Thanks again. Y'all be safe, be blessed. Namaste.